Hello everyone, welcome to my first channel and welcome to what I hope to be a wonderful video series where I just get to go out fishing and do what I do best and what I love to do. Just for a little introduction, I'll do a proper one later, but I'm already here at the river if you couldn't tell. So I want to get to fishing because I've already seen them jump. I'm Gabe Boyechko. I'm 17, about to be a senior in high school. And I've been fishing for a good portion of my life. I live in Oregon, so right now I am on a river called the Santiam. And right now, there are a bunch of trout in it right now. So, if you couldn't tell, we're gonna be trout fishing today. I'll give you guys a rundown of my gear and what I'll be using and how I will be fishing this river. All right, I don't have a microphone yet. Obviously, this is my first time doing a video, but yeah. So sorry if you can't hear me, but I'm just gonna show you my pole and what I've got today. And I'll show you like what part of the river I'll be fishing as well. So today with me, I just have an easy ultralight 6-foot pole, perfect for, you know, trout or smaller fish. And on it, I just have a treble hook with some split shot weights leading up to a slip float right here. And what I'm gonna do, right in front of me right here, there's a really deep hole where the current flows, and that's where a lot of the steelhead and trout in this river hang out. So that's where I'm gonna be fishing today. Later in the video, I'll also move up past this island. There's some rapids over there that I know there's a couple of trout in there, and I'll try fishing that too. And for my main bait on the bobber, I'm just gonna be using some, you know, worms from Walmart. Easy stuff. Fish will bite these, you know, not too expensive. Let's get to fishing. If you guys couldn't see that, they're taking the worms, and I just caught a little small trout just there. I'll just keep fishing, see what I get. All right, well, I was really good and literally inches away from the shore. I got a trout. Oh, it came off the hook. Thank you. All right, let's wet my hands. I'll show you guys what this guy looks like. All right, so this is probably a little 6-inch trout. Very beautiful rainbow trout. That's mainly what's in this river, rainbow trout. I cannot keep him. Oh. If you see this little adipose fin right here, that means it is a wild, because hatcheries, they clip these, and that's how you can tell if it's a hatchery fish. So sorry little guy, I'll put you back in the river. Let's get back to some fishing. So I just caught another rainbow. I'll dehook him and we'll just kind of keep fishing. He is another he is another wild or native trout, so can't keep him. Plus he is, you know, pretty small. So we'll let this guy go, but we'll get back to some fishing. Fish on. Another wild. Alright, so this is kind of getting me worried, just because only the wild ones are biting so far. Which probably they haven't, like, you know, restocked this area lately, or the river with hatchery fish. But we'll just keep trying and we'll catch a trout. Fish on. Another wild. Alright, so I just got another wild trout. Still small, so I don't know, I'll just keep trying over here, see what I get. And then I might move to those rapids over there and see what I can get over there. Alright, so if you didn't see, I caught a big one. Well, it's not big, it's really fat. So I'll show you guys here what it looks like. Alright, so this guy's about 8 inches or so, but look how fat that belly is. And he doesn't have his fin, or it got clipped, as you can see. That's what hatchery fish look like. So this is our first keeper of the day, guys. Like I said, this is our first catch, our first trout right here. And I kind of wanted to take this time to talk about like what trout are. So basically, obviously this is a rainbow trout. It's the most common trout, and basically trout are in the Salmonidae family, or the species. The other fish in that species are char, salmon, obviously, graylings. And yeah, we have a bunch of them here in Oregon. And there's several types of trout that you can catch. Obviously rainbow, but there's also brook trout, brown trout, lake trout, cutthroat, and bull trout that we have here in Oregon. How you can tell you have a rainbow trout? Look at the jaw right here. If you can see up close, focus maybe. All right. But they have teeth all along their jaw right there. And they kind of have this like hook, almost hook on their mouth. That's how you can tell they've been in the river for a bit, or they're growing into some big steelhead that will eventually go to the ocean and come back. So this is a good one. Like, he's been eating. Like, if you just look at the thickness of his belly and how fat that is, I'm really interested to see what's in his stomach. So next time I come here, maybe we can use some different bait and get a lot better luck. Other ways to distinct a trout, you know how most fish, they have like a retractable lip to open out their mouth more? Trout don't have that. Yeah, they have big gills. Cutthroat trout, how you can tell, sometimes they have a slit right here under their gill. That's how you can tell if you have a cutthroat. But anyways, besides the point, trout also have a red band along their lateral line right here. I don't know, it's probably not focusing very well, but right here, it's basically all these trout classify as red band trout, which means it's, you can't tell because the camera's not focusing, but they on their lateral line, it's a lot of red and pink. That's what you usually see in a lot of trout and salmon and steelhead as well. If that checks out, you have a trout. So I'm just gonna keep fishing. I want to move, if you can see behind me, not these rapids, but there's some over there next to him. And I know there's a bunch of trout in there, so we'll try and we'll catch. All right. Alright, other fish, he is native, but a very beautiful trout. Here, let me just show you guys really fast. Oh, the markings on this thing. He also has a lot of orange on his belly. I don't know what that means, but very distinct red band, very beautiful spots. This is a healthy trout. They're eating very good out here. And he has such beautiful white stripes on his fins. It's so beautiful. Doesn't get better than this. I think now it's time to head to the rapids. All right, so this is kind of the first area I wanted to stop at. Obviously, you know, this isn't the rapids yet, but right here, there's this slow moving swirly pool right next to the river. And I know there's trout here because if you haven't heard from like other videos or tutorials, the foam is home. Basically what that means is there's a foam line or like a slow moving part of the water, and that's where the trout like to hang out because that's where all the food is pushed to. So that's where the trout will hang and hide, and that's where they'll bite the most. Anyways, I'm gonna try it right here. Probably get a bite. And yeah. So I just realized I wasn't recording, but I just got a trout in the swirly part. Like I said, the foam is home. It's a native, so I'm gonna let this guy go and we're just gonna keep fishing. This one's a bit bigger. No way. All right, so this guy, I just caught him here. I could tell he was a big one. He's about 9-10 inches or so bigger than the ones we caught before, but he's a hatchery, guys. We can keep him. All right, look at this guy, huh? Oh gosh. Beautiful, beautiful rainbow trout. All right, we'll keep trying a couple casts here, and then we'll probably move up the river more to some more bigger rapids because there is a waterfall over there that I really want to try. Just like that, another trout, another native, so very small too. So we'll let this guy go, and now we're gonna head upstream to the waterfall. All right, so I don't know if you can see this behind me, but there is the first rapid that I want to try out. And basically trout, they love to hide in rivers because most of them are wild. So, you know, they live here, they gotta find somewhere to hide from all the birds and eagles and stuff. And it also gives them an advantage because food will float down into that foam line right next to the boulder, and then they can just hide there and eat all their life. So I'm gonna cast it right into that rapid off the side and see if I get any bites. All right, so I'm gonna change things up here a bit. I've noticed with the treble hook that a lot of the fish I've caught have been badly hooked or like kind of hard to take out, but I was able to save them, put them back in the river safely, obviously. So what I'm doing, I just switched to a little J hook. Focus? I don't know. But yeah, a little J hook. It will still catch fish. But yeah, if they won't be badly as hooked now because there's a lot of natives here and I'm letting a lot go. So I want to make sure they're safe and all that and healthy. And also the sun's coming out, so it's starting to get hot. So the sweater's coming off too. And I'm gonna try these rapids again. All right, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I'm here at the waterfall. I'll move out of the way. So it's right there. Then it leads into these rapids. And you see the edge of the rapids right there where the slow water is? That is the foam line. And that's where I'm gonna cast and get the bites. So let's fish on. Snagged another native. I think I'm not gonna fish for too much longer here. I'll probably move down back to the swirly area and fish for like another half an hour or so before I leave. But yeah, another fish, another happy smile. So bites have kind of slowed down a bit. It's getting around like 10 o'clock, I think, in the morning. So I think it's time to head out, pack up. We got a lot of fish today. Decent day. Had to let most of them go because they were native, but we did get 2 really nice hatchery fish that we'll bring home. I'll cook it up and it's gonna be good. Catch you guys on the next one and fish on.